All right, BTAC is here, right? And I have been trying to think of ways to have custom characters on the game because that's what everyone wants. I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't. I'm just stating like that's what we want. Okay, how can we think about that from a community standpoint? How can the devs bring this on for their perspective too? Because they can't just remake their game. It would cost a lot, right? But the customer, the consumer, and the dev team want to both feel good and make and feel like the money's worth. It's worth making money for these modes. It's worth spending money for this game. That's all I'm trying to do here. I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong, but just work with me here, right? Let's say you see Zamboni right here. You see Highwire here. These could be like boss characters. But the problem is we don't have like an NBA lineup. Right? Like the older NBA Street games, you made your character, you played against NBA players. Yeah, you can unlock legends, but you also unlock, the exclusive characters in the game. Right? Which I thought that was cool. Now, how do we do this in this game when they already have an idea? First off, there's no way it could be here day one. Right? So my first thought is the game has to come out day one. That mode won't be there. It's not possible, right? They would have to make, characters. And every one of these characters will have like maybe like some traits and like a special move within the game mode. So this is why I think season is very important. So I think the season can be very important to use these characters. And as more characters unlock, we'll finally build a large amount of players. Now, I'm taking a different route to state, okay, it will have generic characters in the game, right? Just to be placed into the game and you can play against them. But I want to up the ante and have it so you play a season mode, right? After a few seasons pass, to allow you to have a custom character. But now we need balance, but that's the weird part because those old NBA Street games, you didn't have balance. You just could customize however you want. But within this game, even people in the Discord wants balance of the game, right? So within balance of the game, you have to bring balance of the customizable characters. And I think that's what the devs are going to struggle on when it comes to a custom character. So you have the custom character offline, you go, oh, I want to use them online at some point, which again, I'm not against it. I'm just stating these things, right? So after a couple seasons, you'll be able to have custom characters, right? Now, beforehand, there was we talked about stats, right? So when it comes to stats, I feel as if the stats should play somewhat of a purpose. See if we can throw this up here. Because I think this is important, right? So we got the stats here, right? So within these stats, when you're making a character, I guess you'll have them certain height, certain weight, and like you'll give them like a reach, right? And then it'll customize the other stats. Or maybe you choose height, range, or reach range, weight, jump height, dunk range, intercept, shove, and fatigue, right? And you'll have like a 1 to a 5, right? 1 being the lowest, 5 is the highest to maximize, right? And then from there, you'll get your core stats on what your potential, what you can be as good or bad, right? Then when you use them through the season, you'll gain these stats. Like for example, let's say Zamboni didn't have, any kind of speed. When you play through like the season mode, maybe you get speed for that season. So you can probably build something like that. So then when we need to have characters in the game, our generic character will go into other people's games if they choose to download them. Again, I'm using that as an idea. If not, they may use like AI to make generic characters and have like characters like Spin Cycle, Zamboni, Maya Highwire. they'll make these characters stand out, while the generics kind of like just like generic characters, not important. And then from there, they'll be implemented into the story kind of by them being new to the game. So maybe you'll see like Spin Cycle talking, hey, you're new here, I'm this and that. Oh, you got to get through these ranks, and you'll run into like a player like Highwire, Zamboni, and you can bring them to your team. I think that'd be a good way to go about it. Again, I don't know. I've really been trying to think of having a custom character. It's not possible to have the custom characters of old, right, fit into this game without them, without a balancing feature, because you're gonna want them to be balanced. But the older games didn't have balance. So I'm like just going back and forth. I'm not really sure how to go about it. Now we say, we don't need balance for offline, which okay, I hear you on that. But then you may want to use your custom character online, and that's when the problems will show up. So that's just my take on it. I hope maybe this could be an idea that bounces off of someone and they get a good idea. I'm hoping that's the case. But if not, this your homie B Tactics. Hopefully we get some more news. I like news. Every Friday we get news. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribing, because you can put that subscribe button that's right over here. And don't forget, you can watch the videos over here. I want to see you in there too, all right? You enjoy yourself.